the Sundance bottom collecting pollen trap. This will be really the first full day of it being on. I use the Sundance bottom mount. There is a top mount and then also a front mount. And as you can see, this is just after one day. So the pink that's in there is still left over from the candy board, as a matter of fact. But all of that, all of these beautiful little granules is pollen. A couple different colors here, so you can see some greens and yellows, different shades of orange as well. So what we do now is we will take it and we will dump it out onto and then you just make sure you put it back. So all the different colors. So what we'll do next is you actually freeze this. When you freeze it, you actually want to put it into a food grade safe material. I use plastic because I like to be able to tilt it out and pull it from here. It's a lot easier that way. And then so that is yesterday's haul, where it was roughly only about 57 degrees and rainy almost all day on and off. And here's today, same temperature, just not as much rain. So a really good amount. So this is per day, and then what we do from there is then we take it and we put it in little 1 ounce jars and offer it up. So this is from the hive that we've had the pollen trap on, and so this is about our average daily collection. On last night, well, April 15th, we posted on our Instagram how much we had gotten, and so tonight's the next day, and that's the same hive that we have been getting pollen from for about a week. We had it on, then we turned it off for a few days because of the cold. And then we turned it back on. What do I mean by turning on and off a pollen trap? Well, here's the next hive that we just put this on yesterday. And this little slit right here, you raise it up or raise it down for them to get in and out. So let's check this hive out after one day of having the pollen trap on. As we can see, we got a little bees hanging out back here. They still might be confused, but this is actually so far our best hive. Not bad after one day, but you know what, I tell you, this is a new type of pollen, that really dark, almost magenta looking pollen. And then check this lady out. She got through, and they're not just making out. They're actually talking to each other and giving each other a little bit of stuff. She's going to go back, help her remove some of the pollen from her bags, and to deposit it. So interesting there, but let's get this pollen out of here and put it in with the other. We want her out of there. I wanted to get just a little bit more pollen, and so today, well actually yesterday, I put on the pollen trap. It took them a little bit to figure it out, but we go from there, and now we've got 2 hives with pollen traps on it. Amazing little blessing from God here on all this pollen. We're going to take this now, we're going to freeze it, and then from there we will either use it for our own consumption, where we sprinkle it on some yogurt, sprinkle it on some eggs, and even actually just take it straight up. Word of caution though, you want to take just pollen in little increments, because each little packet, in essence, little pouch that you see there, that could mean that they're visiting up to anywhere from 5 to 10 to almost 20,000 different plants to get that, or just considering that they are visiting those plants over and over enough to be able to take the pollen and put it on them. So they don't just go to a flower and poof, there's the pollen right on their legs, but really that they have to go into the plant. They kind of are doing their little work. We'll do a video on that later. And then from there, they get the pollen from the plant, and then they bring that back to the hive where they are going to store it, and that is what they make bee bread with. This is their protein that they give to the worker bees. The nurse bees are actually going to give to the other the baby bees while they are in their different stages. So we're going to freeze this tonight. This is an amazing blessing for us to have this, and we're so grateful. But yeah, so from our hive to yours, have a great night.